Here we go. Okay, so who has a question about the quiz you took?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody? Yeah. Sean? H4. Just like before, guys, this may not be your quiz, but you got a problem just like this, so pay attention. You said number 4?
Yeah, 4B.
All right, let's do all of 4 because there were some people who missed both parts of this. So the first part says find the midpoint. What's our key to finding midpoint? What pops into our head? Average, 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 average. If you remember that midpoint is average, you're never going to get it wrong because you know how to find the average, right? You add and divide by 2. So let me look at my x's. I'm going to add my x's. I get 2. Divided by 2 is 1. Add my y's. I get 16. Divided by 2 is 8. So there's our midpoint. If you miss that, get that set in your head because we're going to run into midpoints all over the place. Now, what does this mean? Believe it or not, despite my warnings, some people still ask me or forgot what this meant. What does that mean? What are we doing here?
Distance point.
That's the distance. And distance is a difference. If I say how far is it from 2 to 6, don't you say 4? Because you subtract, right? Distance is a difference. Do you move over here, Brendan? I know this case is not very good. We used to have perfect cases, and then they made us get these new ones, and they just don't work as well. All right. So we're going to subtract. So 4 minus -2, and we square that, and 5 minus 11, and we square that. I can't remember who asked, or Shiloh. You got that? So that's going to become a plus, so that's going to be 36. And that's also going to be 36. So we have the square root of 72, which breaks down. Six root 2. Anything else on this quiz that we need to look at? Pat?
Going back to H number 3.
H3. What is the center and the radius? So here's our circle. And we need the center and the radius. So what do we remember about the center? The center comes from where? The parentheses. And it's the opposite of what's in there. So it's going to be -1 and +5.
S, number 4.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh.
I got to find the radius.
My bad.
How do I find the radius?
Oh.
I square root that number. So if you put root 12, you got partial credit. But if you want full credit, what do we have to do?
Break it down.
You gotta break it down, right? And 12 breaks down how? You might actually have that one memorized because we run into it a lot. The square root of 12 is 2 root 3. But you don't have to memorize it, but we do run into it a lot. Okay, Pat, does that answer your question? All right. Anybody else? Yeah, oh yeah, which one?
S, number 4.
S4. This is one of our simplifies. Okay, so let's see. Who remembers what we do when we have a negative exponent on the whole fraction? Yeah? Flip the whole shebang. So the whole thing's going to get flipped over. There it is, flipped over. And then the exponent is a +2 instead of a -2.
I just left white 2 at the bottom.
Oh.
I didn't flip it.
Yeah, we gotta flip it because of the negative exponent. Then we square everything. So our answer is y squared over 9x squared. Is that good? 9 times Anybody else? Toby?
Test S, problem 3.
All right, now, we just did this one. Were you listening when we did this one? All right, so it's the same problem. I'll run through it again.
It was just I did the squaring wrong. What the A part?
Okay, so our points are -1, 3, and -4, 5. So midpoint is average. So -1 plus -4 and 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So -1 plus -4 is -5. And then that is just 4. So there's our midpoint. Then our distance will be -1 minus -4 squared and 3 minus 5 squared. Remember, distance is, oh, sorry,
No,
on
you're
your way.
fine. I'm just watching too.
Isn't it fascinating?
It's amazing.
See, don't you guys all want to be math teachers?
Yep.
They
Maybe
can have a
someday.
life like ours.
I'm a different kind of math teacher.
-1 minus -4 is going to be 3 squared is 9. And 3 minus 5 is going to be -2 squared is 4. So you guys got off easy because yours doesn't
Oh, I
simplify.
did that completely wrong. I got 5 squared plus 2 squared. I don't know how.
I don't know, did you get it now though? You see
Yeah, I
where
get
it's-
it now, yeah.
All right. Keep an eye on your arithmetic.
Oh, because you kept, Toby, you kept it. You didn't, like, transfer it down.
Heck, what?
So, like, you kept the 2 squares there. You didn't transfer
Just
them down.
make sure you got it figured out for the next time. All right, we good on that? Okay, let's do our practice quiz then. What should we be doing with all these quizzes? I got
Saving them.
Yeah. Why would you get rid of those? Pop those and put them in your notebook. My goodness.
Well, then I care about that.
This is my reading binder.
No, you got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you missed 5.5.
Who has that?
And it's a 14 word.
Yeah.
No, you always get the bonus if you get, well, if you get it right.
That's awkward.
You know what, you are never gonna live that down, that's gonna be a funny joke on
When's our first test gonna be? A while?
Won't be next week, but it'll be the week after that.
That's when all of our homework is due, correct?
Yep. I have a date posted in school, you guys have changed
Are you being for real? What?
Didn't you guys think that mass yesterday was one of our best ones ever?
Yeah, that was an awesome mess.
That was a huge tribute.
I thought it was a good mass.
I was like, I messed up all the lines. I was like, go ahead.
Okay. So, the last few days, we've been talking about some new things. Well, they're not really new things, but things new to us. And now we're going to practice our quiz. And you know the drill. The quiz you get on Monday is going to look like this, right? It'll be in a different order. There'll be different numbers, but this is what we need to make sure we know how to do. So the first thing I see is we're going to write the equation in a line containing these 2 points. And it says I have to answer in slope-intercept form. Now remember, that doesn't change how I start the problem. That just means in the end, my equation is going to have to look like what? Y equals mx plus b. That's my goal. So by the time I get to the end, that's what I have to have. But I'm not going to start there. What am I going to start by doing? So m equals 8 minus 3 over 3 minus -2. Oh my gosh. What a nice teacher. What's that slope?
1.
It's 5 over 5, which is 1. Then what? Pick one of the points. I'll just use the first one. Doesn't matter. Either one. And do what?
Do y minus 3 equals 1 times x plus 2.
Perfect. Everybody know why that's a plus? It's actually minus a negative. Y minus y equals m times x minus x. Right? So now, if I were allowed to answer in point slope, I'd be done right now. But since I have to use slope-intercept, I'm going to distribute, which is super simple because that's a 1.
Yeah.
And then add 3 to the other
Y
side,
equals x plus 5.
and there is the answer to the question. Good? All right, let's talk about the next one. We've got a line 5x plus 9y equals 7. And I need to know what is the slope of any line parallel to that one. All right, what's going through your head, Logan?
Don't we have to get that 5x from the other side?
We do. Not only do we, basically, we have to get y by itself.
Yeah, y by
So we'll start by moving the 5x to the other side. Does that look okay to everybody?
Yep.
Subtract 5x. Don't stop though, because y must be by itself. The equation has to look like this. So we're going to divide by 9. Which of those two numbers, 5/9 or 7/9, which of those is the slope? The negative 5/9. So the slope of this line is negative 5/9. I'm supposed to tell you, or you're supposed to tell me, what is the slope of a parallel line going to be? Same thing.
Same thing.
So since it says parallel, we're going to use the same slope that we got. So the answer is negative 5/9. Some of the quizzes are going to say perpendicular. It's going to be the same question, but it's going to say perpendicular, which means you wouldn't use negative 5/9, you would use 9/5. So you got to pay attention to which one you have, parallel or perpendicular, but this part's all the same. You got to get y by itself. Got it? Yep.
So, if there was no like negative sign on it, we had to do the perpendicular, can we still like make it negative?
Yeah, these are going to be opposite sign. So if this is positive, this one will be negative. If this one's negative, this one will be positive. Yeah. All right, good on that one? All right, next. Well, here we go. We've already done this twice today, but we're going to do it again. And this time, everybody's going to get this one right.
Distance.
What does that mean?
Distance.
Distance. So you're going to write down your radical. And then we're going to do what?
7 minus.
7 minus 6 squared. 1 minus 2 squared. This is one of those things you need to know. So if you don't know that, put it on a flashcard and practice it. Take it to a football game tonight while you're waiting for the game to start. Get your flashcards out. I'll be there. You'll be very popular with me. Everyone else will think you're a dork, but you'll be popular. All right, here we go. 7 minus 6, 1 squared, 1. Looks to me like the answer is the square root of 2.
Is that that's all we have to put, correct?
That's all we have to put. That is the distance. We are done with that problem. Well, here's another one that someone asked about earlier, a simplified problem. are we gonna do? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that guy to the top, so I don't have to mess with negative exponents.
Next, I'm gonna divide by 2.
Here?
Yeah.
Yes, so now he says, now I'm ready to start reducing, so 20 over 6 will be 10 over 3.
Yep.
And at the top is x to the third.
Exactly. You got 4 x's on the top and 1 x on the bottom. That's gonna leave you with 3 x's on the top.
Y11.
Y11, because think about it, there was already 1 up there, and then you moved up 10 more, so now you got 11 y's on the top. If you do that, like I just did, really slowly, 1 step at a time, you can get that right. Right? Ashley? You already get it right. Okay, number 5. What 3? This 3? Why would we move it up? Let's talk about that. When do things move? When they have a negative exponent. What's the exponent on that? Positive 1. Yeah, it's not moving. The only time things move is when they have a negative exponent. Okay, so now we got a little equation to solve. Here we go. Start by distributing. Tex, you talking math or something else? Awesome. Keep talking. As long as it's math, it's all good. So I distributed. And I know you know how to do that. So where are the mistakes going to come? Arithmetic. So be careful. You're not going to have a calculator for this. You guys are capable of this kind of arithmetic. All right, what's a negative 32 and a positive 9?
23.
Negative 23. Let's bring the x's over, so that leaves 2 over here.
And then add 23.
Add the 23, what is that, 11?
X equals 11.
11 halves. Manageable?
Yep.
One more, got a little inequality down there.
About that.
So we're going to distribute. Aren't these two about the same? These are really the same. I mean, procedurally, you're doing the same stuff. So I have negative 2x and 26.
Yep.
This is where it gets different, because I'm dividing by negative 2. That's the next step. But when you divide by a negative, you flip the sign.
So it's negative 13.
Negative 13.
I did it the opposite way where I subtracted 5 instead of
Perfect.
7.
You better get the same answer. Yeah, as long as you get the same answer. Remember, I told you this before and I'll keep telling you, the best part about math is there's lots of different ways to do it. But in the end, we all need to come to the same place. We all need to get the same answer. Okay? All right. Well, get the calculators out.
Yes, sir.
I want to see a graphing calculator in front of every person in this room. Human hand.
I mean, it was mine to start.
Thanks, Maddie.
You have one. I told you. Thank you.
I bet he does have one now.
Talking to the battery and they're charging, so they said.
Yeah.
I can't even work one.
Like you compare back to the players in the week.
Basically, she looks like
Yeah.
No, 'cause I was doing some after
If you're using a rental calculator, and the battery's no good, let me know.
It's terrible. It's not fun. So it's not. I think it's not boring. I thought it'd be alright.
I just haven't friends that buy it.
Well, the second lowest grade next to high school.
Must be nice.
Honestly, if I get a B, I don't see how it's sexy.
Who else needs a calculator? You two need them?
There.
And Obed, you need one?
thank you. I will pay you back every day. Except for last year. If you come to my store and you get Starbucks,
Yeah, Marco's gonna flow. Maybe she'll be like,
Toby heard that.
if I'm like, yeah, I will take. I haven't worked this. It's been like a week.
Yeah, I haven't worked at my job in a while either.
Like, I haven't worked at my job because our schedule they still say like, hey,
You're just 3 weeks ahead. Mine's a week behind.
no, 3 weeks. Like you have to tell them your schedule 3 weeks ahead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I like didn't know if I could work like what days because I didn't know what your schedule was. So he was in for Sunday, and I was like, I can't work. And she's like, you're telling me this at midnight. Like,
You're paying for both of them?
What's wrong with it? Let's not turn it off.
It probably needs new batteries, that would be my guess.
you got 50 cents?
No, I can't tell what batteries are these. All right, you brought a calculator. You didn't make sure, where's your calculator?
It's got all my equations on it at home. I don't have 50 cents because I don't keep cash on me.
we're in 3 miles. Why don't you come right with us? She's the whole with us.
Really nice.
Oh, baby, you.
Help.
Everyone.
You can't control her.
She does her own thing. Do you know how fast I shaved my legs in the shower? I was the last one I shaved was like about a week ago.
I'll take a
Probably a little bit more because it was like that Wednesday. I did it like that Wednesday morning. Take that out of the game.
All right, let's get our notes out.
What?
And let's go to that section that we skipped yesterday. The section that says solve these equations by graphing.
Here we go again.
Wait, what did you do yesterday?
Now, some of you are thinking, well, this is great, Mrs. Ford, but I really don't want to solve my equations by graphing. Here's the deal. Sometimes that's really the only way, and often it is the best way to solve something. Do you have 50 cents? All right, you're on the board on Friday. Oh, next Friday, this turns into a detention.
That 50 cents and then
When am I gonna get 50?
Not 50 detentions, just
your
one.
cup card.
Okay. You don't have one either?
No, because when I saw you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is crazy.
Here you go, Miss Ford.
And now you're paying? Now who do you owe 50 cents to?
Delana, apparently.
You
We
got all
are family, I swear. You guys are better than most groups. Most groups don't do this for each other.
No, Delana's
Anybody
stealing
want to
us.
get to my
I got gas if you want.
Friday it comes into detention. Pay it beforehand.
How much is that? Oh, yeah, 2 packs. Warren Brown out.
She said that? No. I was like, what?
He had a privilege.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, guess what? I gave away my calculator, so I went in my box, so I got a spare calculator and the batteries are low. So.
How many calculators do you have, Miss Ford?
Okay, it's okay. I got it. We'll be fine. All right. So I used to have I had to give my Elmo to the German teacher. That's a document projector that would project up here. But I got a picture of a calculator here, and really that's all I need just to show you which buttons to press. But obviously I can't press these buttons, so you're not going to see that picture. But you can see the calculator, and you will know where to type things in. So here's what I want you to do. The first thing, I want everybody to go, well, turn it on first. I'm going to be on that end.
Then 712.
Turn it on, right? Everybody's on.
Oh yeah, I'm on. I got that plus though.
And then, right here, look where I'm pointing, is a button that says window. All right, so I want you to press window.
You mean the better operating system?
Yeah. Yep, you turn on close lights. Yeah, that'd be perfect. All right, so
Windows
when you
10
press
has been
the
an hour.
window button, basically what it is asking you to do is set up the dimensions of your screen. So I want our screen to start with what's called a standard window. So we're going to set X-min, this is called X-min, so on your calculator where it says X-min, now let me stop a minute. You guys are using my calculators. Does anybody say something then X-min? When you,
It says it's negative.
all right. Well, no. But is the first thing it says X-min equals?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
All right, if it doesn't, I'm going to come around and help you. Hang on, let me get everybody else started. X-min is negative 10. X-max is 10. X-scale is 1. All right, then we're going to do the same thing with the Y's. So Y-min is negative 10, Y-max is positive 10, and Y-scale is 1.
Yeah, we got that.
You got that? You don't have to worry about anything else in that list. That's the important thing, okay? So who said something other than, yeah, you guys that are renting mine, see.
Where's one?
So yeah, you're, see, you're four.
Any type of Wi-Fi?
Oh!
Can you help me?
Let me see. Let me see.
She's just thinking ahead.
All right, so this is the window we're going to start with. Now, if we don't see what we want to see, we can change those numbers. I mean, obviously, you just changed them, right? You can change them again. If you need a bigger window, if you need to go all the way out to 100, you can. I don't think we need to for this first problem. Now, the first problem is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. I know you know how to solve this using other methods, but we're going to solve it by graphing. So, right here on your calculator, right here is a button that says y equals. Everybody see it? So I want you to press that button. Now, is there anybody's calculator that does not have, right at the top there, a y sub 1 equals? Okay, that's problematic. Yes. So your window didn't look right.
Is this?
What's your window?
Mrs. Ford, does this look right?
Yes, just hang on. Who else's window?
No. Nothing's. I just know how to work. I took algebra 2. At one point I was an honor and I realized that's not for me because the smallest is
Okay, so everybody's got this in there. Now, if your calculator's like mine, it might already have something in there, so I'll just hit clear, and it's all gone. And now I'm gonna type this equation, all right? So I'm gonna type 2, and then right here, right next to your alpha button, yours might be a different color, but right next to your alpha button is a button that has an X, a T, a theta, and a something else on it, right? Press that button. That is your variable button, so that will get your X for you. Now, down the list here is a squared button. This is not very clear. Let's see, the squared button is about right here. X squared. Hit that button, hit X squared, and you should now see 2x squared should be on your screen. All right, then hit plus, because that's what comes next. 5, and then your variable button again, the X button again. And then -3. Okay, no equals, no nothing like that. Just type in this part right here. And then hit the graph button, and the graph button is right here. Hit graph. And it is going to graph your picture. And if you did it right, it should look something like this.
Bro,
It's a
we learned some
parabola.
colors.
And you probably remember from algebra, x squareds are parabolas. So it makes sense. We got a parabola, right? Now, the directions didn't say graph. The directions said solve by graphing. The solutions to the equation are right here. Those
and
are
then
the
you-
answers to the equation. Where you cross the x-axis are called, those points are called the zeros. Those are the solutions. That's where the equation equals 0, right there, okay? Now, I know in this problem, you can probably just count hash marks and pretty much figure it out, but I'm gonna show you how to do it when you can't do that. I'm gonna show you how to actually find the zeros, all right? So let's stop, quiet. Everybody got a parabola?
Yeah.
Gotta have that. You don't have a parabola? Okay, you're not in the right mode, so your window couldn't have been set up correctly. All right,
First
type in
intersection
the
is
equation.
-3.
Okay, just hang on, we gotta get a problem out. Come on. Look at his for the time being, we'll figure it out. Okay, we,
And the next one is 0.5. So it's -3.5.
now, what we need to do, we're gonna focus in on this point right here. Now, I know you can tell what it is, but I'm gonna pretend you can't, because if you're solving by graphing, chances are your answer is gonna be something really wild, like -5.12389 or something. So you're not gonna be able to guess it. You're gonna have to know how to find out. So, even if you don't have the right picture, I want you paying really close attention, and you might want to take a few notes and write down these steps. I want you to go, this is your second button right here, okay, your second button. So I want you to press second,
Second.
and then in the top row, there's a button that says trace, but right above it says calc. So you're pressing second, trace. And when you press that, it brings up a menu, right? So you should see value, 0, minimum, maximum, da 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 da. We want the zeros. So click down to where it says 0 and press enter. Now you should have, those of you that had a picture, should have the picture back now. And there's a cursor flashing on there, right? Now I want you to use your arrow buttons, that's these guys right here, your arrow buttons, and I want you to keep pressing the arrow, the left, for me it's left, I don't know where it is for you. I'm pressing my left arrow button until my cursor is flashing over here somewhere. To the left of the point I'm looking for. So just move the cursor till it's over here and press enter. Now, move the cursor
-3.5.
Till it's over here somewhere. Don't go too far, you'll confuse the calculator. Just over here somewhere. And press enter. Now, move the cursor and get it as close to this point as you can. You probably aren't going to get right on it, and that's okay. Get as close as you can and press enter. And it will tell you what that point is. What does it say on your screen? -3, 0. So this is -3. Now, there's another one, right? So now what we're going to do is the same thing, but we're going to find this point. So we're going to go back to second calc. So second calc, second trace, go down to 0, hit enter, and then the cursor's on there. Now you want the cursor, you're looking for this point. So you need to be to the left of this point. So move the cursor till it's over here someplace. Anywhere over here, doesn't matter. Don't go past this point, but anywhere over here. So, alright, so I'm moving it. I press enter. Then move it so it's over here, to the right of the point. Press enter. Then remember what you do? Move it to the point itself or as close as you can. Okay, if it says error bound, that means when you set your left and right, you didn't have the point in between. So, again, just for practicing, put the cursor where I'm telling you to put it. Put it down here, and then put it up here, and then you won't have any issues. Then move it to the point, and that one is 0.5. Now, I'm going to come around and help people, but I want you to be working on another problem. So we're going to work on C. Problem C. So this is our next problem.
Easy one.
Okay, before we start it, what might we want to do? So we might want to distribute, so 3x squared plus 11x. Get it equal to 0, very good. If we are finding the zeros, wouldn't it be awesome to have it set equal to 0? Okay. Now, we're doing this equation now, so you need a different picture. So you're going to go back to y equals, you're going to hit clear, and that will get rid of the last equation, and then you're going to type in our new equation.
Oh, but we have to fix the window.
You probably don't, well, I don't know, do
It's
you?
-20, so you told us that the y minimum is, so it starts at the bottom of.
Okay, but remember, I'm not looking for the
You're just
y
looking for the
intercept.
x, you're just
I'm
looking
looking
for the
for a point here.
Okay.
So as long as you can see, Logan, that's a great question. But it really doesn't matter as long as I can see where it crosses.
x-axis, okay.
Yeah, if I can't see where it crosses, then I'm gonna have to change. Alright, so I'm gonna go around and help people who either don't see anything or seeing what they need to see.
Yeah, I'm going hella fast.
Jalen, you did not learn how to use a computer. It's probably good.
Do you want some help? Yeah? No. Not you.
Oh.
I don't want to go back there. You're gonna hit me.
Now, okay, so Tex has got a graph over here. He can't see the bottom of his parabola. This kind of goes to what Logan was talking about. But stop. Do I care about the bottom of my parabola? No. I care about where it crosses the x-axis. Now, at some point, we're going to do a minimum problem. And then we're gonna care about the bottom of the parabola, but right now we're not concerned. We need to see where it crosses the x-axis.
I think it's right. Stanford, Yale.
I got negative 5. I guess I was
And then, yeah, make sure it's left, like somewhere above that. That one is somewhere.
What do you have for English?
Back to top point.
You got it.
Check.
And then you're gonna do
Well,
the same.
you're doing that sarcastic circle, aren't you? I'll finish mine.
What did you do?
I said no.
For the circle? How long is the paper for the circle?
For us, it's 2, but mine's 5 pages.
For both?
For both? What are you talking about? You only need 1 paper.
But I thought you had to do the personalized and all that stuff.
Yeah, that all goes on 1 paper.
Oh, okay. Then I'm good. I have 5 pages. I have like no.
Do you work cited?
Yeah, I did.
Is your work cited in Emily format?
Okay, I looked it up.
How to way? How'd you do your sources? Like, how'd you cite them? Did you use the Purdue Owl website? What? Use the Purdue Owl website. It's so much easier.
Do we have to print off our sources?
No, you just have to print off the paper. Well, I don't know how it is for Shetland, but for Browning, it's not the same.
Look in.
I don't think so. Yeah.
We don't need to print off the sources.
We don't need a works-cited though, do we?
Yeah, you do. No, use the Purdue Owl website.
My notes are pretty bad, but I don't really care.
No, like use the Purdue Owl. If you need a
How many words
website.
is yours? Yeah. Really? Mine's like 7.
Okay, so then what we do is, find that point right there, okay?
She's kind of, it's not even her, but it's just the fact that that that's just, everybody's,
Now, that's the point I'm looking for.
I just think it's not fair that we have it due today, not like every other class.
No, mine's Friday too, Logan.
Really?
Mine's today, yeah.
But like, every other person I talk to is like, dang, you got it done Monday, you got it done today, and ours is Monday.
Wow.
I guess, like, your thoughts. It shouldn't be that hard. I just don't know if she's gonna check this out. Or just like, she's balancing to make sure we like actually try.
Okay, your problem is, you cannot have next in and next max be the same number. You need that to be negative 10. Think about it, you can't, I mean, that would make sense, right?
So I found the axis. Nice talking.
Do you think the road could be a distance?
Huh?
So
No.
the X values that you get are the answer.
No way. The cultural differences are too different. Like for one person, like your brother's your family. For another person, their brother's not their family. You know.
Or how I consider family that we do. Yeah.
Well, I put like my historical one was I picked slavery. Like if you're a family, how are you gonna enslave people?
It's like down. Oh, I did the underground road. And I said like they use it as family.
Hey man, you want to trade colors?
Yeah, but I thought you were supposed to disagree with it.
Probably way
Are we?
Yeah.
I have a pink one.
Okay,
I have a pink
so
one.
here's, I think we have a good idea, but here's what I'd like you to do. I don't usually do this, but there's 2 more problems in this section. I want you to take those home or resource or whatever and do those two problems, seeing if you can figure out how to use your calculator.
Wait,
I will be in here after school. We don't have fun today because my son will be in here after school.
When are we leaving? Class right now?
Yeah.
Go.
Should I just change it and say that I agree with this?
Like that.
Like, it's hard to like use that.
Alright, did everybody do what I said? Or was it-
I mean, a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah, we do.
I'd say half of them.
Yeah, we do.
It's a lot easier to write about next day. All my friends are like, all my friends
We're gonna have a flex today. No, because in the assembly, you dumb. Listen,
probably fine.
you're stupid.
How many sources do you use for?
What class do you have? What's your B period?
Economics.
Well, you have first ones anyway.
No, you don't understand.
I do understand.
Mine's about.
We don't have a flex today, you dumb.
I'm
You
not done
dingus.
yet. I have one more. I'm gonna write it on segregation.
So, we don't have flex today.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
That's what actually I know what I'm gonna do for no. I'm just gonna write mine about segregation and how like people are like protesting against like blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 5 pages with the work set.
Yeah, I'm like 3 right now.
I feel like
I need my calculators back.
Did you say yes or no?
I don't have enough. Where are they? Where are they?
No, you're fine.
Wait, man, did you do that first one?
Oh, it's Friday. Okay. Did you have a calculator?
Yeah.
Bye, sweetheart. Did I get my calculator back? You had your own? Alright, you had your own? Alright, this is what my calculator is.
So people know you got pants on.
I forgot something in here. Got my watch.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.